This episode is the first of a two-part series handling the hot topic of virtual scribes, AI note writing software to deal with your EMR struggles. Ever since EMR was invented about 10 years ago, it's dramatically increased physician burnout because it turns you into a digital data entry clerk when you don't have the skills to do that, and doubled the workload in the back office without putting any more hands on deck. But these new softwares, you're getting a whole bunch of news that says they're the bee's knees, they're the best, they're going to revolutionize your workday, and they will, and it will make a difference. In this episode, I'm going to show you how the software is created, how you use it, what a workflow is like when you've adopted it, and the huge difference it's going to make in your day. In the second part, I'm going to show you why this will only make a temporary difference in your workday, and there's a huge dark side that I'm afraid of that you need to know about, because we need to lead our way to a new reality when these softwares are completely implemented. Check it out. Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Stop Physician Burnout podcast, a physician leadership podcast where you will learn the skills so that we can join together and lead the charge to physician well-being. Skills to earn the respect of your colleagues in the front line, skills to exercise true influence in the C-suite, and take back your job, your practice, your career, and your life. All of these tools have been proven effective in my 40,000 doctor physician coaching and training practice. And if I know one thing, I know you're super busy. So let's get started. Since the year 2000, the two largest drivers of physician burnout have been, number one, the move away from owning your own practice to being an employee. These days, 74% of American physicians are employees, and the implementation of electronic medical records, and the need to become not only a physician, but a data entry clerk, because EMR doubled the work in the back office for those of us who started in the days of paper charts and put no more hands on deck. So consistently, the number one cause of burnout in every survey I've ever seen has been the population of doctors in any employee group who have trouble documenting their encounters. And remember, the software was never designed by a doctor. It wasn't designed to be clinically relevant. It was designed to make it easier to bill in a fee-for-service environment. So the interface is clunky. You have to learn whole new ways of being. You have to learn templates and all sorts of tricks to get the job done. And that led to the phenomenon of pajama time, where you don't get your charts done in the day and you do them after you put the kids to bed at night. Well, along comes ChatGPT and these large language models. That's what LLM stands for. Large language model note writing softwares. It's basically a very sophisticated chatbot, and it can write your notes for you. Now, this is different than transcribe your notes. These note writers do not transcribe the conversation you're having with the patient. They actually listen and then spit out a note. How in the world can they do this? Well, what happens is they're trained. They're actually trained in a specialty-specific way. You take an LLM like ChatGPT, and by the way, if you've never used ChatGPT, go use a free account and just see what it's capable of. But what they do is they raid an EMR database for, let's say, I'm a family doc, so let's talk about what it would be for a family doc. They grab 1 million chart notes written by family docs using their usual typing and templates and smart phrases and all of that. They grab 1 million family practice notes and they stuff it down the gullet of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT now knows what a family practice note looks like. And now what they do is they do that for all the specialties. And so you'll notice when you start using one of these softwares, it will ask you two questions. What's your specialty? And would you like your note in SOAP or H&P? You get to choose. It's like, wow, okay, great. And then what you do is you load the software on your phone, and typically on your phone and on your desktop or your computer at your workstation. And when you go into the room, what you do is you tell your patient, hey, nice to see you here today. Let me turn on the digital scribe. Dink. You start the scribe on your phone, set it off to the side, and then you have an absolutely normal patient visit. The only accommodation you have to make to the software is you have to speak your physical exam. So chest is clear, heart regulating rhythm, throat, no inflammation, no cervical nodes. You just speak your exam so that the software can listen to what you're saying. Then you wrap it up. What's the diagnosis? What's the treatment? What to watch for? And it's okay if the patient's got some oh by the ways at the end. They pull out the list and you have to deal with that. Because again, ChatGPT has seen 1 million family practice notes. It knows how to deal with this. Then when you're done, you say, see you later, Mavis. Hope you get better soon. Boink, you stop it. and it's chewing away on it in the background. And by the time you get to your desktop, the note's there. The note is there. You look at it, there's a note that is written in a style and a fashion that is shockingly accurate. Now, it's not perfect, and some of these models can learn from the way you actually speak and how you make changes in what it produces. But it's so good that I've had members of our community actually in tears saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to be able to make it, I'll finish the sentence, to retirement. I'm going to be able to survive my current burnout caused by EMR. I'm going to make it. And there are new studies out these days, very, very early studies of early implementations of some of the softwares, showing it can do things like cut your time in the chart, total time in the chart, by 50% or more. And that's huge. Now, I will tell you that the move away from manual entry and template entry of your chart notes to these large language model note writers is going to be universal. It's going to be universal. And what you want to do right now, please, as a measure of your leadership, your personal leadership for your practice and your team, get in there as an early adopter. If your organization is not doing a study, you can go on the internet and you can grab one of the ones that's $100 a month. Two popular ones are one's called Nabla, N-A-B-L-A. Another one is called Scribe MD. And you can go in, you can use them for free for a few days and just do it on your phone and watch the notes that it makes. And if you have your organization actually putting dollars into adopting this software, they'll have code writers on site porting the notes from the software into your EMR so that it's relatively seamless. Otherwise, it becomes simply a question of you copy the note and paste it into your ER if there's no porting that's been done. Some common names of this software: DAX, that usually goes on top of Dragon dictation software. Abridge, like a bridge. Nabla, Scribe AI, Scribe MD, .ai, and there's a whole bunch more. There's at least a dozen more. This particular industry is in what they call the land grab phase of everybody's trying to sign up as many big groups as possible to be able to cement their ongoing fees for the software. You're going to want to be an early adopter. You're going to want to be a power user as quickly as possible because you're going to want to be able to negotiate on behalf of your practice and behalf of your colleagues in the future when the business of medicine starts to adjust to doctors getting their notes done more easily and spending 50% less time in the chart. So please jump in, start using the software, and become a power user so that you can negotiate from a position of strength. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be 100% adopted. And the productivity of the doctors that use it is going to be so much higher, it will be an employment mandate. You won't be able to get a job pretty soon unless you know how to use this software and you are willing to use it for the productivity gains that it will bring. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about the productivity gains, what the future will look like, and the fact that I believe these gains are only going to be temporary, and that the use of this software will revolutionize documentation, but it may reveal, I'm actually certain it's going to reveal deeper and darker causes of burnout than we've ever seen before. Watch for that in the next episode. Until then, get on it. Be an early adopter and keep breathing. Have a great rest of your day.